Hey there, welcome to day 17 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're going to talk about another possible framework for growth that we can use, a process, a framework, a frame of reference that we can use to go forward this year and do one thing every day to grow. And we want to have a process for doing that, right? We can just willy-nilly take action and we'll get some results absolutely positively. If you do one thing every day to grow in any area or aspect of your life, by the end of the year, you are going to be exponentially better than you were at the beginning of the year. But if we have a process and we do it intentionally, we'll get tenfold the results than if we just willy-nilly take action. So we're looking at frameworks for a few days to determine and take bits and pieces of each of them, kind of like we did for the annual goals challenge last year. We looked at 15 or 20 different goal setting, goal getting frameworks. And then we picked and chose the pieces that we liked best of that and created our own process. And then for the next 11 months, actually I think we did it in January. No, maybe we didn't do it in January. But for the next 11 months, then we applied our process to different areas and aspects of our life for goal getting. We're going to do the same thing this year for growing and personal growth and development, professional growth and development, whatever area and aspect of our life we want to grow in. We want a process that will work for anything. So we can install it in our subconscious through repetition and have it at our fingertips whenever we need it going forward. So today we're looking at something called the Pareto principle or the Pareto principle. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. An Italian gentleman by the name of Vilfredo Pareto came up with the idea and theorized and proved that 20% of the causes create 80% of the effects that we get out of life. So 20% of the action creates 80% of the results. And if you look at your life and if you were to actually statistically measure it out, you would find that just about anything and everything falls into the Pareto principle, right? We spend 80% of our time with 20% of the people that we know. Maybe I'm just going to wing it with a couple of these. We put 20% of our effort, 20% of the effort that we put into something creates 80% of the results we get. So that's why it's so important to look at and think about, what am I spending my time and energy on? Who am I spending my time and energy with? What am I thinking about emotionally and spiritually? What is driving my life? Because it's the little things that we don't even necessarily realize that are having the best impact. So we want to know what those are, identify those things, and then do them on purpose, right? Think about physical exercise. If 20% of exercises give us 80% results or 80% more results and better and 80% of the results we need, we want to spend our time doing those 20%, not all the other things that are just busy exercise or busy activities, right? Same in any area and aspect of our life, right? Spiritually, if we want to grow, we want to find what are the key 20% of the things. What are the key things I need to do in order to get the best possible results? I found this in my businesses that if I would sit down and analyze, and I did it usually every couple of years, my customers and the volume of business that they did with me, the 80-20 rule almost always applied. 20% of my customers actually accounted for 80% or more of our sales and our profitability, etc. So it applies to just about anything. Books written on it. Perry Belcher teaches whole courses on it. I think it's Perry Belcher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Perry Belcher. But again, it was originated by Pareto, and it's called the Pareto principle. I learned it in college in statistics and used it throughout my corporate career as well as my personal life because I realized how powerful it is. And there's more in-depth statistical books written about it if you're interested in it that show you how to get to the 1% that makes a huge difference and exponentially how applying the Pareto principle in series can get you even better results. Anyway, that's pretty nerdy engineering stuff. You might not be interested in it. So what are we going to do today? We are going to look at and think about this 80-20 rule and how it applies to the different areas and aspects of our life. And I'm doing it with my favorite life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. If I could find my lovely, lovely graphic. I'm going to do it with these 9 areas. I'm going to say, okay, physically, what 20% action can I take that I believe will give me 80% results? And I'm just going to think of one thing in each area because that's what I like to do. But what I want you to do is apply it to at least one area of your life and think about, as you go about your day, what things do I do that give me the majority of the results I want? And you don't have to statistically figure it out or measure it. You just want to pay attention and say, oh, when I praise my child, she or he does what I want 80% of the time. When I criticize or yell at them, that gives me the exact opposite effect of what I want, right? When I talk sternly to my 2-year-old granddaughter because she's going to do something or she's in the midst of actively doing something dangerous, that has the exact opposite effect of what I want, because she will just do more of it instead of less. So maybe I whisper, maybe I sing a song, maybe I distract her with a different activity or get her attention in some way. But there's definitely better actions to take that will get me the results I want. All right, any questions about this? Of course, there's a write-up in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group. Guide 1 of the videos, Guide 2 is just a write-up. And then we also got Pam's story today, a story of a woman that applies this principle to her life and gets the results that she wants and helps to create the results that she wants, which is exactly the point of us doing any of these activities, right? So that we can grow in different areas and aspects of our life that we want to. All right, any questions? You can always ask me. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.